Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. So I was listening to this Diddy stuff. Oh, and I said, tea sippers, I tried to tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all that I thought that Diddy had pled guilty to a misdemeanor. Some years ago out of California. And it sounds like to me that old Diddy ain't never had no past. He don't have no record. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get this pulled up. And he has some enhancements. Oh, there go that enhancement again. Enhancements. Didn't we hear that with oh boy? Did he have enhancements? We're gonna listen. He may get that full 20. Diddy may get that full 20. And the judge knows that the case was thrown. Did y'all forget? Did y'all forget that judge allowed, he heard that George guy get up there and talk about they had already discussed it before the trial was over. They did not follow the judge's instructions, none of that. Because Diddy is entitled. He feel entitled. He don't think that the law applies to him. You understand? Hey, Page T. Clean. He didn't think that the law applied to him. And what y'all fail to understand is even though the jury was thrown, the evidence remains the same when it comes to sentencing. Also, what y'all, not me, I don't know how many times they said that the judge will go with the evidence, not with the judgment. Not with the jury verdict. He gonna go with the evidence when it comes to sentencing. And all that had been the motions to suppress. So all of what we did not hear, the judge knows. And then with what he know that we don't know, plus the evidence that was presented and the jury looked over it, he's not going to look over it. Oh, yeah, he know he touchable. He know he touchable, a page to clean. He also knows what I guess everybody else didn't know. I tried to tell y'all that he had pled guilty before, I think in California, to a misdemeanor battery or something. But with everybody saying he really don't have a record, yes, he do. He just got it suppressed. But I was listening to Ticket when I first woke up this morning, and Ticket started talking about the Diddy have enhancements. I said, oh shit, they found something. Diddy has enhancements to up it. Yeah, he got enhancements. Yeah. And then on top of that, are we forgetting that his own defense team, what they used to get him off, is also what's going to enhance his sentence? Hey, Janet, they say he not guilty for RICO. Oh, okay. But he do have an anger problem. Yeah, he was supposed to go to counseling. Yeah, but just didn't get a chance to. Yeah. Yeah, and then he got these young Miami, Gina. He got counseling. He working on. When? They don't have no counseling in jail. If you're not receiving notifications, you have to unsubscribe, turn right back around and subscribe and hit the top bell. If the top bell is not hit, you won't get all the notifications. So unsubscribe right quick and then turn back around and subscribe. Excuse me. And also, Trump not messing with him. I tried to tell y'all. I was listening to Ticket. I listened to a couple of them, but Ticket is the one who tickled me last night, not the one today. Because he said they still working on Diddy. They finna come back and hit Diddy again. I tried to tell y'all, Miami, Florida was never brought up. There is a reason why Florida was never brought up. It's a reason why Diddy is trying to reach out, not just to pardon, but he was up under Diddy. I mean, now, Trump was over Diddy as far as this network with this human trafficking shit. T-Sippers, I have tried to keep y'all on top of the game. I try to always pick out little, haven't we heard this before? Peeing on folk, doing this and doing that. Haven't we heard this before? Yeah, they operated from the same manual up under Epstein. Somewhere, some shape, form, or fashion, Diddy has to be in them Epstein files. It depends on how far they go back. Yeah. Once they get to Florida, they gonna all bump heads. So why would Trump, knowing he already in trouble with the Epstein file, why would he touch Diddy? That would be, now I'm not saying he the smartest thing, and I'm not even saying that he's following the direction of his base. Yeah, but right now, Diddy can't help Trump financially. What can he do for him? Thank you. Thank you. I think I said. Thank you for the floating hearts, Janet. Thank you. What can he do for Trump? He over there rubbing elbows with Israel. Is he gonna donate to the cause? After he done tried to talk about him talking about he needs to be depleted. Oh, but that's what the abolish or whatever he said. I say Judge Aaron finna deplete all your entitlement. You want too much special treatment. I heard one of them cats saying the judge got on him saying, why is he asking to wear regular clothes? He is a convicted criminal. He ain't Diddy. He bent over. He bent over. He is convicted. He ain't special. Yeah. And he needs to start acting like he know this is his new residence until he go to the federal penitentiary. Okay? Oh my God, they celebrated too quick, didn't they? Didn't they celebrate too quick? He was skipping around. Bad boys, we beat the system. Did he beat the feds? Did he beat the feds? Did he? Did he? Oh, okay. Okay. Maggots in the food. Well, they say maggots is protein. Somebody said that. Did not get no. Then you poking fun. Frico ain't no Rico. Oh, okay. Rico coming. They have not hit Florida. The judge see everything that's going on and he don't like it. How many times? If I denied 50 million, why are you still asking to be bonded out? Days before sentencing. Days before sentencing. You're still wanting to be bonded out. Now you don't want to be bonded out no more. Now acquit me. Acquit you for what? So that you can go out and beat the other people who I know you beat up. We already dealing with these Epstein files. So y'all just want us to have a U.S. full of victims that y'all done victimized and getting away with. Do y'all not understand that's what it look like? It's just the victims, male, females, kids, grannies, aunties, I mean, whoever. Forget the victims. Because we are entitled. And a lot of you people out there was just going, yeah, Diddy, free Diddy, yeah, because y'all must be taking cookies too. What are we doing? Y'all, what is it called? Butt breaking? I mean, what? Well, they knew they did it. They come, well, it still don't make it right. Y'all kill me thinking they knew they wanted the money. It still don't make it right. What you say, when you hot money, you never wrong. When you hot money, you never wrong. When you hot and got money, you never wrong. Is that what you're trying to say, Marie? No, that don't That's not always the case. You get away with it for a certain point, but is he getting away with it now? How long he been sitting there and he was found not guilty on RICO? Entitlement, his entitlement is over. DIDDY knew and his people knew what was coming. That's why days before, if he wanted to charges drop in an acquittal, why he didn't do that immediately after he was found not guilty on some and guilty on others? Why would you wait days before sentencing? Why? What is the logic behind that? Because you know some shit is coming and you don't want the judge. His eyes are too close together to be not guilty. Pimp's name. His eyes are too close together. Lord. I'm just saying. He got them enhancements. I'm going to be honest. I hope the judge give him 20 years. He probably going to get 15. I know what the feds are saying, 11.2, whatever. But DIDDY should have been found guilty on all counts. He should have. He should have. But again, Florida ain't been brought to him yet. And in a couple of days after Friday, what's his name? Well, the other cat. Look Tim, look Kenny, look Tip. Oh, he coming. I can't think of his name. He coming. He coming. And all of that evidence and stuff that a lot of you people were saying, oh, she learned that propaganda. Y'all ran with them lies. Y'all hit the like button. That judge know the truth. and Jay-Z coming up next. Kanye. Look, all of them. Hip hop, rap, that shit finna be canceled. Cause it wasn't nothing but a big old cover for trafficking. And DIDDY is tied to the Sinaloa cartel. They tried to sue him. So his name is floating in that stuff too. Y'all get it? And all that. And then on top of that, he done introduced his sons to it. I was listening to something. Hold on. Dang, now that I remember. Hold on, y'all. Now that I remember, did he do something to one of his kids? His daughters? Hold on. Something was coming out last night, and I think I fell asleep. Hold on. Yeah, and then he done introduce his kids to that stuff. Y'all are overlooking a lot of stuff that y'all need to stop overlooking. He has cases coming with his boys. Hold on. Yeah, I fell asleep on it. I'm glad I was talking about it. I ain't gonna be here long, y'all, so hit the like button. Did you, Jenny, did you hit the bell? Oh, yes, you was. I did fall asleep here. Hold on.
a song.
Can y'all hear?
Diddy's children had managed to stay out of the spotlight for the most part as their father's trial unfolded. But it seems that the recent light shown on their own histories have brought some truly horrifying revelations to light.
On their own history. So he done introduced this lifestyle, taking cookies from men and women. And then so y'all gonna then blame the men. They should have known better. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. I could have sworn he was implying like he was trying to do something to his daughter. So I need for y'all to listen. Oh man, I had forgot all about this. I need for y'all to listen with y'all good ear.
Diddy's children had managed to stay out of the spotlight for the most part as their father's trial unfolded. But it seems that the recent light shown on their own histories have brought some truly horrifying revelations to light.
If you don't mind me saying, tis tales. And she said that she was going through the whole lawsuit. And in the lawsuit it stated that he was recording a song. And the guy, Little Rob, had it in the recording that the girl was actually fighting him off her, and she was trying to make.
Now is he talking about who? Who is he talking about? Because it started out talking about his kids.
Diddy's children had managed to stay out of the spotlight for the most part as their father's trial unfolded. But it seems that the recent light shown on their own histories have brought some truly horrifying revelations to light.
If you don't mind me saying, tis tales.
Shout out to Tis Tales and Jean.
The whole lawsuit. And in the lawsuit it stated that he was recording a song.
And before I forget, like that little old girl who witness number 3 or whatever, victim number 3, who didn't show up and then thought he was coming home, that Gina chick, they using her testimony. Also, I need for y'all to remember or understand or know the people who was subpoenaed, even though they necessarily were not called to the stand, or their subpoena was recorded. The judge is using that as well. Cause like that male dancer turned porn, whatever, Rico, that fine Cuban, he was subpoenaed. And he did his testimony online. But we never saw it, nor heard it. They just didn't use it. But the evidence of what he said is still there. Snowman, you waited 10 minutes to say something foolish like that. If that was going, why come they didn't acquit him? The judge waited to make his decision based on the information that he got. And the letter said 11.2 some years. And here's why. And it's a whole slew of stuff that obviously you don't know is in the paperwork. Let's go though.
And the guy, Little Rob, had it in the recording that the girl was actually fighting him off her, and he was trying to make her drink some tequila, and she said, "What's in it? Is anything in it?" And
drugging her.
He was trying to fondle on her or whatever like that during the time. And Lil Rob picked that up at the recording.
Was he talking about his daughter?
The lawsuit.
Now, what's interesting is the timing. As Diddy waits for his sentencing on federal charges, 6 of his children have stepped up to write letters supporting their father. who has already spent more than a year behind bars. Diddy
Hey,
was
Purple
found guilty
Flower.
on 2 counts of transportation for illegal purposes, and now Judge ARUN Subramanian will decide what comes next. Even though prison time is still on the table, Diddy avoided a possible life sentence after being cleared of other major charges. His defense team has submitted a large stack of letters to the court, hoping to show another side of him. Among those are letters from 6 of his 7 children.
Good morning,
Top
guys.
of the morning, y'all. Stepping, looking sweet, stepping. Oh my God. That jacket is, oh my
Fanned
God.
out. Ooh, fanned out.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Just fanned out.
The children describe Diddy as a loving and steady presence in their lives, someone who taught them values they still carry today. "My dad is not perfect," Justin Combs wrote. "I know he has made mistakes, and I do not deny that. But I refuse to let those mistakes erase the truth of who he is. A loving, present father who
Well,
has
at least
instilled
they
in me and my
listen. At
siblings the
least
importance
it
of
sounds like his kids take ownership. I mean, at least they said I know he's made mistakes. Okay. And he's taught us these mistakes too. He left that out. Yeah, he passed that shit down to us. Yes, he did. He's a good provider, but he is not a good role model. Because we feel entitled to take that ass too. Donald Trump said, when you got money, you can do what you want to do. You can put your hands in places and ain't shit they gonna do. We just found out yesterday, T-Sippers, that he say he get butt booty naked right along with him, so that if they try to sue him, he could sue them for seeing his wee-wee. He said, I dropped my diaper on their ass. Y'all know I ain't got no sis. Hey, Tracy. He said, Diddy say, take that, take that. I say, change that, change that. Change this damn diaper. Woo, Lord have mercy. What is wrong with these people? Baby, when you read about Solomon and Gomorrah in the Bible, and it was like in and everything, they was just running wild, idolizing, worshiping this, that, and the other. You know, hell, it just never would have imagined that this type of underground, in your face shit was going on. This is just mind blowing to me. What is going on in the world? I really feel sheltered. All the missing kids on milk cartons and shit, they done ran through the government. That is just messed up. Let's go.
Respect, of honoring women, and of standing tall in the face of adversity. He is the anchor of our family, the one we look to for guidance and reassurance. Gene Deal, however, thinks this is all a facade from Justin, and that he actually stands to gain a lot from his own father being imprisoned.
Let me just tell you something, bro. And this is
Shout out to
real talk.
Gene.
He's still going to jail. You happy because he didn't get the RICO and the racketeering, so he gets to keep his money. He gets to keep his inheritance. He gets to keep all the shit that they stole over the years from other people.
Right.
That's why he happy. Him and Puff wasn't that tight. They used to go at it. People close by would tell that story. Yeah, that's still his father.
Mm-hmm.
But you and I both know that extra right out.
You and I both know he unalived my mama. Say that, Gene. Say it. Tell it. Because once he locked up and they know his ass ain't coming, getting out, y'all do know that's going to come out. Y'all hit the like button. Oh, shit. That's coming out. I'll be sure going to pop right on back out. Because if y'all ain't realized it yet, Quincy is quiet for a reason. And with all this drugging and beating and the dust is settling and he stopped panicking and calling, trying to make us do this and make us do that, implementing his own kids into continuously doing the illegal shit that now they're seeing he can't get his own self out here. And if he can't get out, what's going to happen to us when we get pulled off in it? Who going to get us out? Jay-Z wasn't there for him. Kanye showed himself, but hell, he in trouble now. Clive, what? Trump, yeah, all the meetings they had. Come on now. All we know now about the trafficking and embezzling and this, that, and the other. What do you really think Trump and Diddy was talking about them times when they was having the meetings? Music. What do we really think? Oh, okay. So when Diddy turned on Trump, he must have seen something that was way more disgusting than we even know. And see, that's what happened. When he was in there, he threatened to expose Trump. And that's why his ass still in there. I mean, he would still be in there, but he not going to consider pardoning him. Because Diddy tried to do to Trump what he did to the females. And that's dangle a carrot. See, that's what they taught him. Remember? So now he going to do it to Trump. And then that's when Trump said, give him the max. Okay, keep listening.
Out there? Come on, man.
Give him the max, but move Ghislaine Maxwell over, because she said the right thing. She said he wasn't in them files, right? She said he wasn't in them files. And then Diddy threatened him. So he moved Ghislaine and he left Diddy ass in there.
Could we use your house to trial our 24-hour bathroom upgrade system? We're looking for homeowners within valid state.
Outside the court, the judge might give him extra time for his antics. Puff not coming home, bro. And you got to realize, at 50-something years old, he'll come out to get his Social Security or better.
It won't be nothing left.
How old is he? Born in 69? We like 54, 55, something like that.
It won't be Trump and
he had to do 85% of his time.
They been done took all the money by then, y'all.
Right there, King Kong or Christian acting like that in front of the courts, in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Other letters mentioned how Diddy stepped up for the family after the passing of Kim Porter.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Quincy Brown shared, "My pops, as he's always done for his children, stepped up and made it a priority to be present with us."
That's what he's supposed to do.
Be there for himself. Having to say goodbye to our mother brought us closer in ways that only grief could. Delilah and Jesse, who just graduated high school, echoed that in a joint letter. "Our family has faced many challenges through the years, but no matter what, we continue to stick together through it all. We know who our father truly is, a caring, loving, generous, passionate, and dedicated man." Christian Combs wrote more directly to the judge, saying, Please let him out. This is driving me crazy, and my family crazy. I'm asking for grace and compassion to the family. Please let my dad out of jail. But could Diddy really get out earlier just because his family is writing letters to the judge? It's unlikely, but his attorneys have pulled quite an interesting move in asking for a sentence of no more than 14 months, which would almost match the time Diddy has already served. If the judge agrees, there's a chance he could be released before the end of the year. TMZ had also previously reported on the chance that Diddy was already working behind the scenes with the government to buy his way out of jail.
Well, Diddy is upping his offer to the government. He wants out of jail right now. You know that he is still behind bars at Brooklyn MDC while he is awaiting his sentence in October. But right after he was sentenced, they tried to get out on bail. They made an offer. They said, we'd like for him to be released on $1 million bail. The judge shut that down. So now it's like he's playing Let's Make a Deal, right? How about this, Your Honor? What if we offer a $50 million bail package? The money has gone up, but the reason that he thinks he should get out is because he says what he's convicted of were non-violent offenses. And he's right. He's right that he was convicted on 2 counts of the Mann Act. The Mann Act is hiring a prostitute and taking the prostitute across state lines. It's a non-violent crime. So when you look at what happened, there were allegations that he was violent with Cassie and Jane, you know, during the prosecution's case. There was testimony. But the jury found him not guilty on those counts. And when you look at the Intercontinental video in 2016, he would have been convicted had he been prosecuted in California. Right. But he wasn't. And the statute of limitations ran. So his position is, look, you're holding me because you say I have violent propensities, but that's not what I was convicted on.
It's not what he was convicted on, but those violent propensities do exist.
Look, the bottom line is they didn't convict him of
You guys are arguing the wrong
violence.
point. The Mann Act, under the bail statute, you can argue what you think the law should be. Here's what the law is. Under the bail statute, it is considered a violent crime. We can say it doesn't include violent. The Mann Act, 18 U.S.C. 2421, prohibits the transportation of individuals across state lines of Constitution and other immoral.
Yeah, this is important to me.
This is called a crime.
Listen, right here, people underestimate the Mann Act. Y'all, please double tap your screen on your phone. Please get the lights up, and the dots at the top, right. So here, I think this is when I fell asleep, right here, and what's his name? Levin, the one that he was sitting with them old man. He really irritated y'all, cause this will prove him wrong. Yeah, he was irritating me doing this, cause I know his little old boyfriend, that girl's daddy, you know, they was cheerleading for Diddy. Yeah, he was a cheerleader. Go Diddy, go Diddy, go Diddy. Ain't no party like a Diddy party, you know, all up in there. So now he realizing, well, it's the Mann Act. I need for everybody to understand, yeah, it was racially motivated for the box a long time ago. Okay. And it that ain't he'll pin out all of these excuses. What y'all fail to understand is over the course of years, they have added to the Mann Act to cover some positioning for trafficking. Okay, so the laws have changed. It just doesn't stay the same as it was when it was created. So if they wanted to remove it from the books, they could have. But they instead added to it to include more things. So yeah, it's the Mann Act and yeah, but it's still on the books. It's just like the same thing with the Carmelo Anthony. And that Dominique kept telling Frisco, it's still on the books. Stand Your Ground, it's still on the books. It may be outdated, but it's still on the books. The Mann Act is still on the books. But he was found guilty of RICO, but the Mann Act is still on the books. And it pissed Harvey off because he tried to minimize it. No. And his violence, his co-worker, his subordinate, is going to bring the law to him, and watch his facial expressions. It pissed his ass off. Yeah. You act like you got money on Diddy. Harvey, you should know better. Aren't you an attorney?
Look, the bottom line is they didn't convict him
You guys
of
are arguing the
violence.
wrong point. The Mann Act, under the bail statute, you can argue what you think the law should be. Here's what the law is. Under the bail statute.
Did y'all hear that? You can argue what you think the law. I like him. Get in his face. You can argue what you want to argue. You could talk to your whole lips fall off. How you feel and what's the law that's on the record is two totally different things. Let's go.
Considered a violent crime. We can say it doesn't include violent. That's considered a violent crime. We can say it doesn't. The wrong point. The Mann Act, under the bail statute, you can argue what you think the law should be. Here's what the law is. Under the bail statute, it is considered a violent crime. We can say it doesn't include violent. The Mann Act, 18 U.S.C. 2421, prohibits the transportation of individuals across state lines for prostitution and other immoral purposes. This is called a crime of violence when determining whether to detain a defendant on bail.
Right,
Oh,
on
hold on,
bail.
counsel,
No,
wait a
no,
second.
no. He just dropped
No,
code
hold
on
on.
you.
We have the actual.
He dropped the code.
The last no, but the judge didn't allow bail for $1 million.
I know.
They were willing to put $1 million.
Watch his
up.
face.
And by the way, you know as well as I know, that and I'm not defending Diddy.
Yes, you are.
All I'm saying is, no, I'm not. I mean, Diddy should.
Look at y'all sit. Look at him. I'm
What
not.
I'm saying is,
He don't like being wrong.
the Mann Act is not a violent crime.
I know what you're saying. I get it.
It's not.
But the judge has to go by
and
the
because-
code.
So is this
And
about a
the
malice?
US
Is this
criminal
about a malice?
code-
It's not a violent crime.
I know what you're saying. I get it.
It's not.
But the judge has to go
Ooh.
by
And
the
because-
code.
So is this about a?
So in other words, you're saying that him beating those girls,
No, I'm
him
not.
dragging her down that hallway.
In California.
Hold on.
But what I'm
So Harvey's saying he's okay with women getting beat and men. And he's saying what we saw at that hotel, that wasn't violence. It's time to cancel Harvey. It's time to cancel TMZ. Is that what he just said? It's not violent. Harvey, is that what you're saying? Harvey, hell is wrong with you? Did you see your daddy beating your mama or something? What's wrong with you? He said it's not a violent crime.
not defending Diddy here. All I'm saying is, no, I'm not. I mean, Diddy should have been convicted in California.
Hold on.
But what I'm saying
Why
is,
he said he
you
should have been
know
right
the
there,
Mann Act
bam.
is not a violent crime.
Why he said he should have been convicted in California? What happened in California? What happened in California? It's interesting that he said that because that misdemeanor battery that ain't nobody acting like they remember that he pled to was in California. So what is Harvey talking about that we the people act like they don't know nothing about? He said he should have been convicted. By the way, he should have been convicted in California. What happened in California? Do tell.
Hold on. But what I'm saying is, you know the Mann Act is not a violent crime.
I know what you're saying. I get it.
It's not.
But the judge has to go by
And because
So is this about a mouse? Is this about a mouse?
It's not about a mouse. So
It says on bail. It says on bail.
Violent crime. The defendant, the convicted defendant, has to prove by preponderance of the evidence to convince the judge one of two things: either both, he's not a flight risk. The judge did not weigh not letting him out on him being a flight risk. There's no real evidence he's a flight risk, and that's what the money would go to. Is he willing to leave $50 million behind? He has an ankle monitor.
Right.
He's not really a flight risk.
Surrender his passport, too.
He surrenders passport. The other thing that Diddy has to show, the burden is on Diddy, is that he is not likely to commit the same violent act, the Mann Act, again. Diddy, remember, even though he knew he was under federal surveillance, even though he was about to be arrested, was conducting a freak-off.
So what you're saying is they will keep him behind bars pending sentencing because they're afraid he might.
Bless you, Lewis. I'm glad you survived it. I'm glad you survived it.
I'm Sarah, and I'm an attorney here at Atticus. It's no secret that getting approved.
Shout out to all
that
surviving
seems to be
victims.
becoming more credible by the day. Even Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, that certainly seems to be becoming more credible by the day. Even Diddy's
keep him behind bars pending sentencing because they're afraid he might have
Do it
a
again.
freak off with a.
Correct.
Yes.
That certainly seems to be becoming more credible by the day. Even Diddy's mother.
Was he
Janice
not
Combs,
planning to freak off when he thought he was getting out on the 4th of July weekend? They had already sent out invitations. Are y'all forgetting that? It was already going to be a party. A whole weekend, white party, freak off, fuck off, whatever. Take it off. Party. Bring that ass here. Party. Pill popping time. Party. Yeah. Are we forgetting? He ain't learned nothing. He feels entitled. As soon as if the judge would have let him off, all y'all would have been bad boy. Yeah. And the judge is making an example. Hey, Chelsea. He's making an example. No. With all this trafficking, abuse, the cartel that he was a part of. He was a part of the Cineola cartel. We just watched it the other day. Yeah, so that abuse and manipulating and THC and the little kids, yeah. It's all full
Janice
circle,
Combs,
baby.
who will turn 85 this year, wrote a letter of support. She admitted her son has made terrible mistakes, but still wanted the court to see the man she raised. So far,
See the
Diddy has
man
been
you
denied bail
raised.
each time his team has requested it.
Then she said the man you raised. It's funny you should say that. It's funny you should say that because Dapper Dan said he got this shit from you. That's what Dapper Dan said. He said the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Yeah. The daddy had women, plenty of them. He was pimping, and you was hoeing. Pimps and hoes. You taught him this. That's what Dapper Dan said. He know both you. The mama and the daddy. And you would have those underground ass parties. You would collect the females and have the females for the dealers to do whatever they wanted to do with them. Yeah, I knew you had that madam ass look. Yeah, so this is what you raised him to be. A freak. And then you put him in them all boys schools. I don't know what the hell you thought that was gonna do. Huh? And them rabbis. Yeah.
This year, wrote a letter of support. She admitted her son has made terrible mistakes, but still wanted the court to see the man she raised. So far, Diddy has been denied bail each time his team has requested it, leaving the judge's decision in October as
the judge said your money not good here, sir. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Your money ain't good here, sir. That's dirty money. Yeah. You done knocked off a lot of people with that dirty money. Yeah. You owe a lot of people. Yeah. Just say your money not good here.
family's biggest hope for a reunion. But many have come out to claim that Diddy's family is the last group of people that should be trying to appeal to the judge's emotion, seeing as many of them have some very shady allegations surrounding them. Take Justin Combs as an example. Even while Diddy's high-profile trial was unfolding, he and his dad were suddenly named in a brand new lawsuit filed in Los Angeles. According to the filing, the lawsuit claims Justin used his father's fame to bring a woman from Louisiana to Los Angeles under the impression of a job opportunity. The complaint goes on to allege that once she arrived, she was mistreated and pressured over the course of a weekend. The timing of this lawsuit is striking. It landed right as Diddy's trial was in its final stage, and on the very same day his other son, Christian, better known as King Combs, dropped a new 7-song album called Never Stop. One of the tracks on the project is titled Diddy Free, with Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, listed as a producer. It seems that Christian is very much like his own father when it comes to all the wrong things.
I heard about the mixtape, bro. I heard some of the lyrics is on there.
Mm-hmm.
But when do you grow up, man, and be who you really are? Because you ain't no gangster. You don't know what a gangster is. You a prankster. You a prankster, son. Stop that. I think when the people heard the mixtape and they called him out on it, and they was checking him and they was trying to check him, but they lost, bruh. They don't have no guidance. The dude who's supposed to be doing, I don't know if he's security or whatever like that. Man, what the fuck is you doing out here like this? He gets on the ground and start doing push-ups with him. Bruh, for real? Man, put your shirt on and get your ass back in that damn car. Stop acting like you stupid. Act like you got some sense. That's when they making the dollar make them, bruh. The dollar is making them. What you happy about? You gotta realize they know his daddy's still going to jail. They happy because they feel like the government doesn't have a right to mess with nobody's assets at this time. The verdict on the RICO, non and void. Nothing. Racketeering, nothing. And I guess it was some kind of, what was the other charge? Sex or something like that? Not sex. They got the sex charges, but the RICO, the racketeering, and the kidnapping. The kidnappings. Coercion, kidnapping, all this like that. All that was non-void. It went nowhere. It went nowhere. But you still partying? Your dad about to do some time. So he ain't getting life. Maybe he was around there dancing because Diddy ain't getting life.
Gene Deal also went on to talk about how it's very likely that it was King's stupid behavior that led to Diddy getting arrested in the first place.
I feel like he played a part in that video coming out. You know, he'll make it a comment saying that, you know, they forgot to raid the house next door that his dad owned. Yeah, man, he was walling out, man.
Yeah, I think he was just... I don't believe he bought the house next door. Because let me just tell you something. If anything or any name that had to do with Bad Boy, the federal government going to run that. They know all the properties Diddy have. They wasn't even talking about the raid that they did in New York. But they did a raid in New York too.
Yeah, I ain't hear about that raid. I only heard about the, the LA and Miami raid. But you feel like the feds, they released that video over King Combs' comments.
Oh man, I've worked in law enforcement for 27 years, and I had the opportunity to see HIDA. It's a place, whereas they have the state, the feds, the NYPD, the Department of Corrections, and the state police. Yo, this place could be half of a basketball court. That's where they just got lines of computers with officers of all different people and officers just on the internet. Whoever's over that case, whoever's working that case, don't you know they saw that and took it to their boss?
Someone needed to create a path that would allow Black musicians from all walks of life to share their God-given gifts with the world. So I returned to Pennsylvania with my teacher's certificate in hand and opened a private music school open to all races that came to be known as the Cardwell-Dawson School of Music. Walter completed his training as a master electrician and joined me in Homestead, where we were married in 1927.
You might think it's petty, but it's not. Yo, this place could be half of a...
I need for y'all to get the likes up. Double tap the screen on your phone or hit the 3 buttons at the top, or I will end it. Cassie asked Judge to weigh her suffering when sentencing Sean Combs. Mr. Combs, who was convicted of transportation to engage in prostitution, is set to be sentenced on Friday. Prosecutors are asking the judge to sentence him to more than 11 years in prison. Maybe facing it. His entitlement is over. Cassandra Ventura, Sean Combs' former girlfriend, and the star witness at his federal trial, asked the judge in the case to consider the many lives that Sean Combs has unopened with his abuse and control in deciding the music mogul's sentence for prostitution-related conviction.
Basketball court. That's where they just got lines of computers with officers of all different people and officers just on the internet. Whoever's over that case, whoever's working that case, don't you know they saw that and took it to their boss?
They saw what? What I missed? What they take? Hold on.
You might think it's petty, but it's not.
What I missed? Hold on.
Word that his dad owned. Yeah, man, he was walling out.
Yeah, I think he was just... I don't believe he bought the house next door. Because let me just tell you something. If anything or any name that had to do with Bad Boy, the federal government going to run that. They know all the properties Diddy have. They wasn't even talking about the raid that they did in New York. But they did a raid in New York, too.
And Florida.
Yeah, I ain't hear about that raid. I only heard about the, the LA and Miami raid. But you feel like the feds, they released that video over King Combs' comments.
Oh, man, I've worked in law enforcement for 27 years, and I had the opportunity to see HIDA. It's a place, whereas they have the state, the feds, the NYPD, the Department of Corrections, and the state police. Yo, this place could be half of a basketball court. That's where they just got lines of computers with officers of all different
Command
people,
center.
officers, just on the internet.
Right now.
Whoever's over that case, whoever's working that case, don't you know they saw that and took it to their boss? You might think it's petty, but it's not. You do not agitate a lion with a pork chop. And that's what that kid did, bro.
Some people feel like, Diddy, he played a part in that video coming out too. Him being spotted with Stevie J, smiling at the camera. A lot of people blame him too.
But bro, what did I tell you? He's such a narcissist that he has to be in the public.
For Diddy, these legal challenges are nothing new. His troubles began in late 2023 when his former partner, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, filed a lawsuit accusing him of serious misconduct. That case was settled the very next day for $20 million, but it opened the door to a wave of lawsuits from others making similar claims. The most recent lawsuit argues that Justin promised career opportunities and used personal photos to gain leverage over the woman involved. It also accuses Diddy of having a long-standing history of behavior and even suggests that Justin's alleged actions followed the same patterns. In response, Diddy's legal team firmly denied all of the claims. The woman behind the lawsuit is asking for damages, saying the experience left her with deep emotional distress. Meanwhile, Diddy and his defense team continue to fight the accusations in court, insisting the claims are false and exaggerated. There is also speculation on the internet that Diddy could even be leaking things about his own children to deflect attention from himself.
Diddy does have a plan to try to derail the information, derail the chain of evidence, derail history as it actually happened. And he is the kind of guy that has no problem with re-victimizing people all over again.
Facts. Facts.
Let's just keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck. She right. Now, I don't agree with her on a lot of
These
stuff.
girls showed up at a very opportune time, did they not? Adria and Lamisha Fuller. Diddy does have a plan to try to derail the information, derail the chain of evidence, derail history as it actually happened. And he is the kind of guy that has no problem with re-victimizing people all over again.
Right. I agree with her.
Let's just keep it a
Shout out to Jaguar Wright. She right on that one.
These girls showed up at a very opportune time, did they not? Adria and Lamisha Fuller. Very opportune time.
Let's be clear. AunTeaFee is pro-victim. It's not that I have a problem with Trump. Well, I do because he's the president. Or Diddy. I have a problem with the victims that are left out there and they feel like don't nobody have their back. And I used to think that it was just because these people had money, but that's not true. If we're gonna keep it all the way real, that rug that's in a lot of people's childhood, those childhood traumas, don't have nothing to do with money. It just has everything to do with bad choices and acceptance. And I don't know what that is about people, why they are okay or turn the other, turn the blind eye or blame the victim, but justify it by blaming the victim. which will allow a predator to think that they can get away with it and will do it again. Which makes me think that a lot of people have predator mindset and want to get away with doing some of the same stuff that Diddy, Trump, Epstein, and all those political people have been doing and get away with it. That's why y'all glorify him. That's why y'all, yay, yay. Because what's in his mind and heart is in your mind and heart. So whether I like Jaguar or Jean or whoever else that's telling the truth. Now, I'm not saying she don't lie and exaggerate, but right now, what she's saying is the truth. It's the truth. So shout out to the surviving victims. I see you. I stand solid for you. You are not alone. Okay? You need to know that. Someone needs to validate your trauma. Somebody needs to validate that for you. I will validate it so that you can find some healing. You can't heal because people want to blame. You want to blame yourself. You just fall victim to the same foolishness that the people who were supposed to have your back were supposed to have. So then you start thinking it's your fault. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I pray that you heal from being validated. Okay? You are not alone. And they deserve everything that they get. I want Diddy to get the maximum sentence because he's a predator. And he will do it again. And there are tons of people that have been violated. And just because I haven't been violated don't mean that I don't have empathy. It don't mean that I don't know how that would feel. Because I can imagine. I know what no means, and listen, I validate you. And I pray that you take that seed of validation, and I pray to God you grow. Don't let nothing stunt your growth.
I do Pierce Morgan. The elites go insane. Ariel Mitchell Kidd drops Adria English as a client after she got drunk and talked with Tasha K, which was bad in itself, if you ask me.
If you live in a Missouri zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years, listen carefully.
And it's not just Diddy's son making headlines. His mom has also come up in new reports. A Rolling Stone article from January revealed that Diddy's mother, Janice, was known for throwing wild parties back in his childhood home and also for participating in freak-offs.
A guy named D1 that's suing her.
I think that they accusing Diddy mom of stealing anything is wrong. All she did was allow him to put...
Son making headlines. His mom has also come up in new reports. A Rolling Stone article from January revealed that Diddy's mother, Janice, was known for throwing wild parties back in his childhood home
far from the tree.
and also for participating in freak-offs.
A guy named D1 that's suing her.
I think that they accusing Diddy mom of stealing anything is wrong. All she did was allow him to put certain things in her name to protect. If at any time, because of some of the things that he was doing and the nature of what he was doing, and he knew he was
Yeah, I'm
doing to
finna
people,
go. Y'all can't
if
get the
he's
likes up.
ever
I'm about to
sued,
go.
he'd probably be safe having money and things in her name. Do you understand that? See, I don't believe Miss Combs gave that stuff up a long time ago when she used to do her little modeling thing with her little ladies other night.
Yeah, there we go.
The little wild parties.
There we go right
When she
there.
gave that up, I don't think she was in the business. I don't think she was in the business to know exactly where the money's going, who how's coming in.
Well, she shouldn't have put her name on it.
He was just doing it and putting it and had the authority to put it in her name.
Yeah,
You
illegal.
understand what I'm saying?
Right. But let me ask you this. Do you think she knew what he was doing?
Mm-hmm.
I believe she knew he was doing the freak-offs. But do I believe she knew he was allocating different monies to different places and which way it was going, which offshore accounts, which Swiss banks accounts, and all this shit was going in now?
She should have asked. She should have asked.
She just was enjoying the fruits of the labor.
But why you believe she knew about the freak-offs?
Because she was there.
Because one of the witnesses said she was there.
In fact, Gene Deal actually took it one step further and even alleged that Diddy and his mother had a very inappropriate relationship.
That's why he...
his mother and him on the couch. And both of them are getting IVs after one of the Diddy parties. Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly because I wasn't there and I didn't know. But they showed them both getting IVs on the couch. So my whole thing about this thing is that...
Okay, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Y'all not respecting the like button. So I'm not going to continue. Once y'all start supporting my platform, then I'll give y'all everything that I have. Until then, I'll be back later. Hit the like button. Hit the like button on your way out. I'm no longer going to continue to play this game with y'all. Support my platform.